and unfortunately is due to gun violence that happens in the city and folks that shouldn't have weapons and using it against people in our community. This morning about 4 a.m., officers in the 4th District received a call about a male wanted in connection with crimes and victimizing people in this very community. They responded, they looked for that person. That person actually got away. Another person was actually arrested that was with them. They got a call subsequently, and don't quote me on the exact time, but around 7:38 a.m. They came back to the area to look for that person again, at which time they actually spotted that person, a short foot chase into a backyard. The officer encountered the person, ordered him to put his hands up, to get down, where that person basically turned on the officer, pulled a gun from his waistband, in which time the officer fired his weapon. Right after that, our additional officers responded, administered first aid to that individual, and then you guys know the rest of the story. But again, this comes back to our officers responding to a call from our citizens about a person that has victimized this community time and time again. And tragically, it ended in, gunfire. So I'll kind of leave it at that. As you guys know, we have an agreement with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Office to conduct any officer-involved shooting investigations that involve a fatality. And Sheriff Violin is here to talk a little bit about that process. Sheriff.
Thank you, Chief. As the Chief just said, the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Office will be conducting this investigation. We'll be doing it in concert with our state partners at the Bureau of Criminal Investigation. We plan to have a full and transparent investigation which will be reviewed by the Ohio Attorney General at its conclusion. And it is sad, as the Chief said, that we are here today to deal with the fallout of gun violence and the victimization of our communities. But we will have answers as quickly as we can in a thorough and competent way. And I believe Safety Director Howard has some follow-up comments. Thank you.
As the Chief said, it's terrible that we're here again. But the city has been crying out for an answer to gun violence. Gun violence terrorizing the citizens that live in the city is unacceptable. Those who are committing violence need to stop. Our officers will pursue those who are terrorizing the city, terrorizing citizens, and this is, an outcome, a potential outcome of answering that call to protect the city. This investigation is ongoing. The sheriff is handling it. You'll get more information as the investigation develops. But the biggest thing is that this is a person who has been terrorizing the city. It's unfortunate that it ended this way, but this is the product of gun violence.
Was the officer wearing a body camera?
All officers involved in this were wearing body cameras, and as soon as we can get to a point in investigation where the Sheriff's Department has all that information, has had a chance to review it thoroughly and document it, then we will release some body cam footage of this incident.
Was the body camera activated at the time?
Yes, body cams were activated by all officers involved in this. And again, the Sheriff's Department has the investigation. They have custody of all the evidence, or will have custody of all the evidence as part of the investigation. And as soon as, again, they can document everything that happened via body cams, physical evidence, statements by officers, then we will come to a point where we release that body cam, probably sooner than later.
Chief, did the suspect fire at the officer?
I don't know if the suspect actually fired, but the suspect did produce a weapon, and that weapon was recovered right there on the ground by the suspect.
How is the officer?
The officers are doing okay. Thank you, Peggy. They're doing okay. Of course, with things that are going on around the country, that the officers are definitely, kind of going through some things and wondering what's going to happen. But I want to tell the Cleveland community, look at our incidents as the incidents that happen here in the city and the facts that surround those incidents themselves, and don't conflate the things that happen around the country with what happens here. On this incident, I can say that our officers did what they were supposed to do. They protected themselves, and more importantly, they came out here to protect our community on a call from a citizen saying, we're being terrorized by this person, can you please come and find this person? Again, this person had 2 violent felony warrants for their arrest, and that's why we were called to this.
What were those warrants for?
We'll get you the definites on the warrant, but one of them was a warrant for homicide that happened here in the city, in this neighborhood, probably about 8 blocks from here. That's about all I can really tell you guys right now. But again, I just want to tell the people of this city, we're here to serve and protect. We're not here to violate people's rights or to victimize the community. We came because we got a call, and that citizen that called us wanted to be safe and secure and walk in the streets without having this person terrorizing. And unfortunately, it ended tragically. And we're, definitely sorry for that. But we're also glad that none of our officers were hurt, and that innocent citizen can now kind of have a little bit of peace in their life.
Did the individual point the gun at officers?
I can't really get deep into all that. Again, at a certain point in time, probably sooner than later, then you guys will actually see what happened. You'll see the body cam footage of all the officers involved in this.
Chief, can
Thank
you give
guys.
an update on
Thank
yesterday's
you.
incident? Is there any update on yesterday's incident?
You'll get updates from yesterday from DEA and everybody else.
Okay. What's the name of the officer who shot?
We can't give you that right.
They're providing us with they're providing us with their expertise in assisting us in gathering evidence and other things from the crime scene. But the primary analysis is going to be through the Sheriff's Department for review at a later time by, as I said, the Ohio Attorney General's office.
Thank you, folks.
But just one thing, I just want to add that, no one wants things to end this way, right? This isn't something that officers put on their uniform and look for. No one wants things to end this way. Again, it's a product of gun violence, and we have to have an answer to gun violence.